Hey everybody, it's Frank again, welcoming you back to the Film Corner. Just wanted to say sorry I've been missing in action for a little while, but I wanted to do a video today on 5 easy uh, entry points into the Criterion collection. I've been kind of holding on to this idea for a while, so let's get started. So, the first movie that came to my mind was Thelma and Louise. This is a Ridley Scott movie with Susan Sarandon and Gina Davis. This is basically this came out in 1991. This is spine number 1180 and in the collection. And this is basically these two females go on a heist, on a road trip spree, and steal from people. They're kind of grifters, if you will. This is a great entry point, and it's full of thrills and it's fun. And this is one of Brad Pitt's, if not his first movie, one of his movies that made him famous. Brad Pitt appears in this. I highly recommend y'all give this a shot. If you've never seen Criterion stuff before, this is a pretty good one to start with. And Criterion covers a lot of different genres, from science fiction to drama to international cinema, and inside of some of that they have documentaries, but then they also have a few biopics. And one of those is one of my favorites. It's a movie that came out in 1987. And it is called La Bamba with Lou Diamond Phillips. And what La Bamba is about, this is a biopic about Ritchie Valens. So if anybody is familiar with Ritchie Valens and the Big Bopper and the plane crash that killed Buddy Holly, this is a movie loosely based on Ritchie Valens' life. And unfortunately, Ritchie Valens died at a young age, as did the rest of his band. And this chronicles that. So one of the things that I really like about this is that there's a nice representation of Latino culture in here, and it kind of shows the amount of work that they had to do to be able to become, famous, because it wasn't easy for people of color to or of different nationalities and backgrounds to become famous back in the time that Ritchie Valens and his crew did. Again, this came out in 1987. I remember this as a child. They played this on TV a handful of times, and but having it here on the Criterion Collection, this is pretty amazing. Plus, I love the cover art that you get here. This is spine number 1193, and again, this came out in 1987. One of a surprise favorite that I didn't know anything about, but I bought it because I thought the box art was cool. It stars a gentleman named Treat Williams alongside an actress named Laura Dern. It is called Smooth Talk. So this is by a director named Joyce Chopra. She's a prolific female director. I believe that this was based off of a novel that she had written, and they turned around and made a screenplay off of it. This came out in 1985. Another reason that I like this is movies back in the 80s were only like 95 minutes long, an hour and a half. So you're not really dedicating a whole bunch of time. You can just take this and watch it. But basically what this is this is like the girl and Treat Williams, Laura Dern's character is a high schooler that's kind of discovering herself, and her parents are kind of sheltering her and all of this, and she ends up linked up with Treat Williams, and their relationship kind of takes a little bit of a turn, but it's a suspenseful ride. And I really enjoyed it, especially for something I had never seen or never heard about. And if anybody doesn't know who Laura Dern is, Laura Dern was in Jurassic Park. So that's how I know of Laura Dern. But of course, and her father is Bruce Dern, and he is in another movie that I have called Silent Running from like the 70s. I believe it's the 70s. It might be the 80s. Don't quote me. But anyhow, Laura Dern is in this, and if you want to see one of her first roles, this is a really good place to start. I really like this movie a lot. I was really surprised. This is Spine number 1068 in the Criterion Collection. And the next one, I believe, would come with very little introduction, but it's probably the easiest movie that is in the Criterion Collection that I think most people have seen. If you're familiar with John Hughes, you're going to know what this is. This is the Breakfast Club. Okay, this came out in 1985. Again, about an hour and a half in runtime. Really great, foray into high school life and the terrible parts of being in high school. So basically what happens here is they're a group of misfit kids, I guess, a motley crew, maybe that's a better way of putting it. They're a motley crew of children who are in high school, and so you've got like the nerds represented, you've got the jocks represented, you've got the cool kid, you got the prom queen represented, and they're all having to interface with each other while they're in detention all day. And it's comical, but it's like typical John Hughes like goodness. I really enjoyed this one as well. This is Spine number 905 in the Criterion Collection. This one happens to be the Blu-ray edition. I know that they did just put out a 4K of this not too long ago. So that wasn't an option to buy at the time when I got this one. But, for those of you who are into John Hughes movies and want them in the best quality, it is available in 4K. But definitely highly recommended. This is a good, easy watch for people who just want, something to put on in the background and maybe reminisce. I know people of my age and Gen Xers in general love this movie because it reminds them of being in high school. I love it so much. Now the next one, I wanted to kind of pick something that I felt like would be more of a almost what they call neo-noir. And so film noir is like the classic black and white movies where you have the detective and then you have the lady who might have done something wrong or, was a temptress to somebody or something like that. But neo-noir is like, it's exactly what it says. It's new noir for a modern audience. And that's what this next movie is. Now this is, it's called Blood Simple. So not too long ago, my wife and I went on vacation, and I knew about this movie. This is from the Coen brothers. This is the Coen brothers' first movie, and it was overlooked at the time when it came out. But this is really amazing, I think. I loved it so much. This came out in 1984. And again, this one has about an hour and a half runtime as well. It's spine number 834 in the collection. If you love the Coen brothers because you've seen things like Miller's Crossing or Fargo or any of those types of movies, go back and look at the early catalog of the Coen brothers. This is an underseen gem, in my opinion. But basically, this has to do with a guy ends up, getting killed, and somebody is being framed for it. My memories are loose on it because it's been a little while since I've seen it, but basically, the main character gets involved in some dealings with a not so savory individual that really doesn't have any ethic in terms of, hey, look, I'm a hitman, like straight up for hire, So, like, there's a whole bunch of things that ensue in this movie that I just find intriguing, and the movie is a thrill ride all the way through, but its pacing it goes by quickly. So it's definitely an easy entry point into Criterion, especially into neo-noir as well. So, and then I have one last one. I was only going to do 5 tonight, but I decided I wanted to go and give y'all one other little breadcrumb to look at. I like science fiction. And as a matter of fact, years ago, my friend Ian introduced me to this version of The Blob. Now, that may be a little hard to see, but this is The Blob, and this is from 1958. This stars Steve McQueen, and I love things that are drenched in Technicolor, and the blob creature in here, basically it terrorizes a town, and it goes around and, like, consumes. It's like a giant amoeba that just moves and consumes things, and it's really awesome, and it's campy and silly, but I just love it so much because it's out there, and it's in Technicolor. So Technicolor is very brilliant and bright, and I just love the way that this stuff comes across on the screen. Again, this one only runs about 82 minutes, so it's super short. It's under an hour and a half. This is spine number 91 in the collection, so this is early on in the Criterion collection. I have had this on DVD, and now I have it on Blu-ray. Again, thank you to my friend Ian for introducing me to this, and now I want to introduce it to y'all. And I just wanted to address real quickly, I've been incredibly busy, and that's how come I have been gone. I've got a project going on behind you that you may be able to see. I'm building a rack for my movies, and I've just been super busy, so I'm sorry for having been gone for nearly a month. But my intention is to come and bring y'all more exposure into not only the Criterion collection, but other movies as well. I've also been watching a lot of movies, and right now I'm kind of dipping my toe into Hong Kong cinema. So we'll talk about that on another video. But for now, I just wanted to give y'all this this basic entry into the Criterion collection. Please comment if you've seen any of these movies. like, comment, share, and subscribe. I welcome all the comments, and I'll try to reply to them. Share this with your friends. I really appreciate y'all tuning in tonight. And until next time, I'll see you soon. Thank you so much.